Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our second video in the series How to Perform Umrah with Kids. Inshallah, in this video I'll be discussing whether you should head out to Makkah first and perform your Umrah and then go on to Medina, or whether you should go to Medina first and then come to Makkah for your Umrah. I hope to be sharing useful information, inshallah, which will help you make an informed choice for what's suitable for you and your family, inshallah. With option 1, if you were to go to Makkah first, you have to take into consideration the number of hours it will take you before you're ready to perform Umrah. So for us here in the UK, for example, it takes us half an hour to arrive at Heathrow. Then because it's an international flight, we need to arrive there 3 hours before departure. And then after that, it's a 7-hour flight to Jeddah. So by the time I've arrived in Jeddah, I would have been traveling for about 10.5 hours already. Now, once you're in Jeddah, it will take another hour approximately to clear immigration, and then another hour and a half to arrive in Makkah, and then another 20 minutes to check into your hotel room. So if you calculate all this time, there's in excess of about 14 hours from the moment that you've left your house to the time that you're ready to perform Umrah. Now that's quite a long time to be traveling with children and then to be ready, to take part in this great act of worship. So the advantage of going to Makkah first and then heading to Medina is that you can unwind and relax before heading back to your country. Because in Makkah you'll be busy in worship, so not only do you have your Umrah to perform, you also have your 5 daily prayers, and most importantly you have the tawaf, which is an act of worship that is specific to Makkah. You can only do that in Makkah, you can't do that in Medina or elsewhere in the world. So you'll be very busy in Makkah, and then it's nice to go to Medina and then relax a little bit and then head back to your country. In Medina, you'll find that there's less to do in terms of worship. So obviously you have the 5 daily prayers, but also you have to remember that the masjid closes after Isha. Whereas in Makkah, you can go to the masjid at 1 o'clock at night and do nawafil or do tawaf. In Medina, you won't be able to do that. Obviously, there's also other historical places that you can visit in Medina. But in terms of worship, there is less to do in Medina. So you'll find that it's more relaxing. Now, that's with option number 1. Now, option number 2 of flying into Medina first is actually a better option, in my opinion, for families with children, only because it gives you some time before you go for Umrah. It gives you some time to acclimatise to the weather, to get over the jet lag, and mentally prepare yourself for the great act of worship that you're about to partake in. So alhamdulillah, for that reason, I think that going to Medina is good, especially with children, because after such a long flight, the last thing you want to do is take them for Umrah. With regards to flying to Medina first, there aren't actually any direct flights to Medina, so you have to go indirectly, either with Saudi Airlines, either via Jeddah or Riyadh, or you can take any other airline, and you actually might end up saving some time if you go to Medina with any of these other airlines, because the amount of time it will take you to arrive in Jeddah directly and then catch a taxi or drive to Medina, which is 4 or 5 hours, you actually cover that time in transit or even less. So in that respect, it's actually better to fly to Medina directly. Another advantage of flying to Medina first is that you can actually return back to your home country via Jeddah. So if you look at the map, if you were to fly to Medina first, then after a few days, when you're heading to Makkah for your Umrah, you would be going on one long road trip, so 4 or 5 hours on the road. But on your return, you could return from Jeddah. So from Makkah to Jeddah, you just have to take a short road trip of an hour and a half to get to Jeddah airport. So therefore, you're saving some time on your return journey, which is fantastic, especially with children. However, you have to make the best choice for your family. I have another friend who regularly goes for Umrah, and she says that for her family, it's better if they go to Makkah first and then Medina second, only because they can unwind before they come back here. But like I said, I like doing it the other way. It is important to have some time to unwind and relax before going into your routine. I hope you've benefited from all this information, and inshallah you make an informed choice for what's suitable for you and your family. Don't forget to like and share this page with other sisters who might find this useful, and do go to our Facebook page, Umrah with Kids too. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.